What is up? It's your girl Lexi T, and you are now tuned in to Lexi T TV, where I am all about beauty, business, and turning it into a lifestyle. Today, we are unboxing inventory, and I'm also going to give you guys 5 lessons that I've learned in my entrepreneurship journey thus far. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I got in the mail and learning about my experiences, keep watching.
Evil.
First things first, let's get into what I came home to yesterday, and y'all, I'm super duper excited. This was supposed to be an initial unboxing, however, I just could not contain myself, so I just had to open the package, but I did not tamper with it too much just because I really wanted to share this experience with you guys. So give me 1 second, let me show you what I got. Y'all, this box is heavy. Okay, let me turn it around so you guys don't see my address. I don't need y'all to know where I stay. So, I got this box yesterday, and I'm super duper excited because it's inventory! It is my hair extension boxes! Oh my gosh, y'all. They literally turned out so good, y'all. They turned out so nice. This is what they look like. At the top it says, "Thank you for shopping with us." So there is a company called boxup.com. This is where I got these boxes from, and they did not cost me a lot at all, so I'm so happy about that. It didn't take them long to get here. I probably ordered them 2 to 2.5 weeks ago, and they just got here, so they didn't take long for them to take my order, print it, ship it. It didn't take long at all. Customer service was really great. Let me show you a complete 360 of the box. So I really wanted something really simple, really classy, nothing too hard on the eyes. Didn't want too much text on the box that can sometimes take away from the complete branding of the box. So I opted to have the majority of the top of the box to be black, but I wanted to keep it still bright. I didn't want the box to be too dark. So I went ahead and kept the sides white. I did both sides white. I did the top black. I did the front panel to be black, and then also the back panel to be black. But it also has like this gold trim from the bottom of the box. So the bottom of the box, I decided to go with gold. I wanted you to be able to look at the box and see all of my brand colors and know that is a Luxe Bonus Boutique box. If the box is just sitting around and somebody says, "Hey, that's a really cute box," and the website is right there on the back, they can easily look at the website and go to the website just from seeing the box just sitting around. So that was pretty much how I decided to go with the outside of the box. I also did the inside of the box like the burgundy color, which is how I got the color to actually come up here as well. I wanted you to be able to see that burgundy color on the top as well. Let's get inside the box. So the box opens up like this. So let me put this back in here for you guys. So it's like this, and it folds out. And then you see how the inside panel I have right here is black as well, and then that gold trim comes up from the bottom of the box. You open the box, And voila, she is so cute. She's so cute, y'all. I made sure to put the emblem right there on the inside. I wanted it to be right there in your face also, so you know when that box is open. This is Luxe's brand. This is Luxe Bundles Boutique. And then I also wanted to add in that gold, because gold is a wonderful color. It's royalty and luxury. So I wanted to continue that theme on the inside of the box and also just express my appreciation from ordering for me. So I made sure to include thank you for shopping with us at the top in this really cute black font. And then, like I said before, on the inside I really wanted it to have that burgundy color. So I made sure the whole inside of the box had that burgundy color. And the actual pattern of it is like a foil. I really like how foils look. So that is actually some of the patterns. If you've seen my Instagram page, I've used this same pattern and also this same pattern as well on my Instagram page. And also it'll be on my website. So I wanted the branding to be, you know, complete. I wanted every little thing that I've ordered to look like it belongs to this brand. And I think Box Up did really good with this. So if you're trying to create your own boxes and you want to know the measurements of your boxes, this way is the length of the box. The length of my box is 8 inches. Okay, that is the length of the box. Width is this way. It is 6 inches in width. And then in height is from the bottom of the box to the top of the box. So this is 3 inches, 8 by 6 by 3. I ordered about, I think I got 72 boxes, and I only I paid $243 for 72 boxes. I also was able to use a coupon, and it took like $25 off of my order. I think if it's your first order, they'll give you a coupon. So that was great. I suggest you guys go to boxup.com if you want to get your own boxes, whether it's for your hair extensions, any other products you sell, it doesn't matter. I think these boxes are great. They're not like raggedy boxes. They're actually made of good cardboard. They are literally, they're good boxes. Initially, I was kind of contemplating whether I wanted to do this video or not, because, you know, I'm fairly new to entrepreneurship, but I think the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship is that you don't have to have years and years of experience to be able to share your experiences and say, hey, this worked for me, or hey, this didn't work for me, so let me try something else. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Just do it. Just record the video. Talk about what you've learned. The first thing that I learned when I started putting my business together is learn how to do things yourself. I am so super duper big on that, especially since the hardest thing for a business owner to do when they're starting is fund what they're doing. We know that capital is actually one of the main things that entrepreneurs lack when they're starting up in their business. So I am so super duper big on learning how to do stuff yourself, and it's really not hard. Hold on, y'all. Because what I'm noticing is that this box is shinier than the other one. Hold on. Y'all, one is definitely more shinier than the other. Oh my God. People will literally try to be entrepreneurs and expect someone to guide them and do every little thing for them. And what I'm here to tell you is that you cannot be an entrepreneur and be lazy. So if there's something that you don't know how to do and you don't have the money to pay someone else to do it, you can easily Google it. Google it, y'all. Look it up on YouTube. There are probably so many videos of people already showing you how to do certain stuff. And I do that all the time. When there's something that I don't know how to do, I'm quick to go type it in on Google. Like, let me tell y'all, my intro video to my YouTube channel, I actually created that myself. And I taught myself how to do that by watching one simple video on YouTube. One. I didn't even know I had the capability to do it, or I had the software, the tools to do it, but I was able to do it because somebody said, hey, I know how to do this. I learned how to do this. So let me make a video on teaching other people how to do this. Y'all, people are out here literally just trying to teach other people how to do things. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous when people complain about not knowing how to do stuff, and there are so many tutorials on how to do things online. Not even tutorials. If you're not a visual person, cool, that's fine. But there are several articles that you can look up that will walk you through step by step on how to do certain things that you need to get done in your business. So just because you don't know how to do something, don't use that as an excuse to not get it done. Because at the end of the day, it needs to get done because you are trying to get somewhere. And you are going to have to learn how to hold your business up, hold your brand up, and keep it pushing. So you can't say, hey, I don't know how to do this, so it's not going to get done. No, you're not going to get anywhere with that mentality. So you definitely have to learn how to do it yourself. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do stuff on your own because I think it's absolutely ridiculous that it's 2020 and the way that technology is, I think it's ridiculous that you're sitting up here and still saying that you don't know how to do something. But I'm going to let that be that. Second lesson that I learned is know when it's time to delegate. I know this lesson is actually completely on the contrary to the one that I just gave you. But when your business starts growing and when you start adding additional things to your life, you just simply can't do it all, you know? If you can, kudos to you. I probably could too, but then I would just not be getting any sleep. And I don't think y'all want to see me with no sleep. I think if you are going for a certain aesthetic, then it's important not to have every little thing you do be a DIY. You know? Like, it's like, you know, you can tell when something's a DIY. Like, you can tell when something's a DIY and when somebody paid somebody to create something for them. So, for example, this time around, I am having a web designer actually create my website for me. When I initially made my first website, I was in school. I had way more time in my day in between classes to really sit down and be really hands-on with my own website. But honey, I work 9:30 to 6 p.m. I don't get home until 8 majority of the time. I just simply don't have time to be extremely hands-on with creating a website. So I'd rather delegate that task to someone else that I can trust, someone that I know is going to provide me with a quality product. So when it comes to being an entrepreneur or a boss, you really have to weigh your opportunity costs at all times. So I could have said, hey, I am going to make my own website, but guess what? The opportunity cost with making my own website is time, and I just simply don't have time. So if I'm going to use the time that I do have, it's going to take me much longer to make that website. Whereas if I decide to pay someone to do my website, which I am, the opportunity cost of paying someone to do my website is money. but I'd rather give up money to have my website before my desired launch date. You get what I'm saying? So you really have to weigh out your options. Know yourself, know your skills, know your capability. If you want to try to do it yourself first, do that. Learn how to do stuff yourself, but then know when it's time to delegate. Because honey, once your business is hitting the figures it needs to hit, once your business is booming the way you want it to be booming, you need to be able to come in and explain to your team how to keep it that way or either grow it more. So that's the whole point of learning how to do everything yourself, but then also knowing when it's time to delegate. My third lesson, and this one took me a little minute to understand at first because it's kind of worded. It's worded a little funny, but I was reading this book, right? I was reading this book. It is called The 10X Rule. It's by Grant Cardone. I'm pretty sure you heard of him before. If you haven't, then you need to look him up. He said that he learned to take responsibility for everything that happens to him, even if it's out of his control. And you're probably like, wait, why would I take responsibility for something that's not my fault? Right? That's what I was thinking at first. But then I really had to think outside of the box. You know those people out there that every time something happens in life or every time something goes wrong, they automatically make themselves the victim? Yeah. That's what I started thinking about. I started thinking about those people that every time life happens, they are somehow the victim. Oh, how could this happen to me? I don't deserve this. My business doesn't deserve this. I do everything right. One of those people. Yeah, those people, they're not going to succeed as an entrepreneur. You are the boss of your own company. You are the face of your own brand. Everything that happens to that business or that brand falls on your back. You don't have time to sit around and play victim and feel bad for yourself. You don't. You really don't. Everything that happens to that business is a reflection of you. It is in representation of you. And if you decide you want to be the face, you decide you want to be the CEO, right? Then you have to take everything at face value and learn how to keep moving forward. You have to keep moving forward. You have to take responsibility of what has occurred because your business, your brand, it is your responsibility and nobody but yours. And I can honestly say that applies to more than just your brand or your business. That should apply to your personal life. That can apply to your career life. And you are literally the master of your own fate. You decide how you want your experience to be. You decide how you want people to see you. And it is the exact same way for your brand, and it is the exact same way for your company. In 2020, we are not victims. Okay? We are not victims. We are responsible for our brands. We are responsible for our companies, and whatever happens to them, positive or negative, we are responsible for getting it back on the right path. Okay? Accept the situation for what it is. Evaluate what you could have done better. Implement a plan for how you can not let it happen again and move forward. That's all you can do. My fourth tip. Make ideas lists, not to-do lists. Everything with your business does not have to be strictly business. It can be fun. Don't take the excitement out of building your own brand. So instead of making lists, so saying I have to do this, I have to do that. No, throughout the day, take a piece of paper and pen, and if something just randomly comes to your mind, write it down. And write it out as an idea. Don't write it out as something that you need to do. And keep a pen and notepad with you at all times, because you never know, you really never know when something's just gonna randomly come to your head, and you want to be able to jot those things down. And I advise writing them down, not typing it in your notes, not setting any reminders for it, not keeping it in your head. I understand, I'm the same way. I'm not the biggest fan of writing everything out, but it helps. So if something comes to your mind, write that idea down then and there. Don't write it down as something that you need to do, because that's going to stress you out. And then the next thing you know, you're going to have this long list, this long drawn out list of everything that you need to get done. And that can be extremely overwhelming. Don't stress yourself out. Enjoy the process. So that brings me to the very last lesson that I have learned. And that lesson is to just simply enjoy where you are in the process now. Unless you decide to start another business, you'll never get this part of the process again. Actually, well, unless you decide to rebrand. I know it can be really difficult to watch other people be in situations that you want to be in and achieve things that you want to achieve, and you want it right now. It happened. It has to happen today. I get it. I completely get it, and I understand. But what I'm saying to you is this part of the process is the part of the process that you will never forget. Okay? This is the part of the process where you get to pour your heart and your soul into what you want to be presented to the world. What you are putting out is going to be a representation of you. So don't rush it. Really enjoy this part right here. And I really need to learn how to take my own advice sometimes, because it does get difficult. Sometimes I wish I was already in the position to where the money was coming in and the opportunities were coming in, and I'm taking flights and this and that. I'm making money in my sleep. Like, I wish I had that too. But also, I wouldn't trade this part of the process for anything. And I think about how I felt when I was designing my boxes. I think about how I felt when I was speaking with my web designer on what I wanted my vision to be. The building process of a brand or a company is so important. It's so vital. And really take good care of each step in that process. That's really how I can say that. Really take good care of your brand. Take care of it like it's your baby, because it is. And that is exactly why the building process is so important. I can't tell you how frustrated I was. You know, the first time that I actually started building my hair company, I can't tell you how frustrated I was when I launched, and then I realized I rushed it. You know, I really realized I rushed it. I wanted everything to be done right now. I wanted to have everything in the simplest way. I didn't want to jump over any hurdles. I didn't want to have to cross any boundaries. I wanted it all to be simple. And I wanted it all to happen like this. And the fact of the matter is, it just doesn't. It really doesn't. You really have to build patience and, like I said, have care for every little thing that you do in the building process of your business or brand. Like if I can't communicate anything to you guys, if I am not able to teach anyone anything, I would definitely teach someone to just enjoy this process. This part of the process is the most important part. It really is. The most important part is not making money in your sleep. The most important part is not getting those opportunities to come speak in front of everybody. The most important part is not catching flight or flexing or flossing on social media as if you're living this lifestyle that you've already wanted to live. No, I want to be a product of my process. I want my triumph to be extraordinary. When I get to that point, I want everybody to see that I started from here, but I'm up here now. The journey is so much more than, oh, I want to be a CEO overnight. I want to have 6 figures overnight. I want to be in rooms with certain people. You have to earn that. You really do. You have to earn being in a room with other people that you admire and you look up to. So you have to be patient. You have to be trusting. You have to be extremely careful. I'm not saying that everything has to be perfect when you reveal it to the world. That's where I struggle. Again, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Be better than me. I'm telling you guys this because I wanted everything to be perfect. And in the same sense, I wanted to have it overnight. So I was just doing everything wrong. Okay? Doing it all wrong. And what I'm telling you is pay close attention to every little detail. And if you're happy with it, only you, go for it. At that point in time, go for it. But don't be in such a rush to get a bag. I know we talk about getting bags so much. We really do. And sis, I ain't gonna lie, I still want the bag. But this part right here, getting my boxes, coming home to my boxes, that part right there, I want to go through that part. And I get to look back on, you know, when I am making 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, when I am making all these figures, I can go back and look at where I started. Alright y'all, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed talking about the 5 lessons that I've learned in entrepreneurship thus far. If you have to take one thing from this video, just remember that it does not take years of experience to get on here and talk about what works for you and what doesn't, and what you've learned and what you want to learn. And that is what I want to get on here and do with you guys, so you guys will get to stick around with me and really go through this journey with me of plenty more inventory unboxing. If you guys like this video, drop a heart down below. If you want to share some of the experiences or lessons that you had so far, definitely do that. Let's have that conversation more in our communities with our people. Let's help each other out from each other's experiences, because we definitely have a lot to give each other and we have a whole lot more to learn. So thank you guys for watching this video. It is your girl Allexxia T, and I hope to see you again in the next one.